Hi guys, it's me, Sandra Snell-Treese, aka Angel Lynn. I was blocked for a few days, but I'm back on again. Now before I play this, I really want to explain something to you guys. There is no virus. This is what is taking place. It is a huge operation that has been planned out for decades, and it's just coming to a head. You guys, our education system is going to be rebooted. Our financial system is going to be rebooted. Our medical and our health system is going to be rebooted. Everything is about to change in the most fantastic, wonderful way. This state of emergency, which is the way I understand it, Trump put out a medical state of emergency. The medical term meaning that there's certain criteria, I'm not good with words, certain criteria that the medical state of emergency allows Trump to follow, which is, I guess, for example, keeping children home from school. Now let me explain that to you. The reason he wants to keep children home from school is because what our military and special forces are doing is they are rounding up criminals from all over the United States. There are over 330,000 sealed indictments. And on each and every one of those indictments, there can be at least 10 to 30 names on one indictment. Now, do you realize how many people that is? And so our president wants to keep our children home so the bad guys that are still out can't run into a school and, say they're going to shoot up a school, and then, because the news, the fake mainstream media will run with that. He just wants to keep everything as safe as possible, everyone as safe as possible, until this mission is done. In the meantime, behind the scenes, you guys, Trump has all the gold. From the Vatican, from the British. He has it all. From the Rothschilds. Trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars. And that will all be distributed in special things that will help our country and our world. And we will also be given back what has been robbed from us. Mortgages are going to be paid off. Student loans are going to be paid off. You guys, I can't even begin to tell you. They're going to start a whole new banking system where probably banks won't even be involved. It's all going to be digital. There's going to be at least 6,000 new patents rolled out within the coming months. Technology that will cure diseases, help the sick. You guys, this operation is so huge. Trump is not at liberty to discuss what's going on. So what better way to keep the public safe than to declare a medical state of emergency? Now, I want you to hear how Donald Trump speaks, okay? It's very important that you listen to him. Please just listen to this. I will try and explain it as best as I can.
I want to congratulate the Federal Reserve. For starters, they've lowered the Fed rate from what it was, which was 1 to 1.25, and it's been lowered down to 0 to 0.25.
Listen, I want to tell you something. This took place yesterday. And Trump just got this news from the Federal Reserve yesterday on a Sunday.
4.25, so it's 0 to 0.25. That's a big difference. It's quite a bit, about a point. And in addition, very importantly, the Federal Reserve is going to be purchasing $500 billion of treasuries and $200 billion of mortgage-backed securities, and that number can increase. But they're going to start with that, and that's really good news. It's really great for our country. It's something that we're very happy. I have to say this. I'm very happy. And they did it in one step. They didn't do it in 4 steps over a long period of time. They did it in one step, and I think that people in the market should be very thrilled, and that brings us we're the strongest country in the world by far, financially and every other way, and that brings us in line with what other countries are. They actually have negative rates, but look, we got it down to potentially 0, so that's a big step, and I'm very happy they did it. And you will not hear anything bad about me unless it's about a month or 2 from now. So I congratulate the Federal Reserve. I think it's terrific. Just came out just as we spoke. I wasn't going to mention Federal Reserve or anything else, but this came out as we were walking up. I want to thank the people at Google and Google Communications because, as you know, they substantiated what I said on Friday. The head of Google, who's a great gentleman, called us and he apologized. I don't know where the press got their fake news, but they got it someplace. But as you know, this is from Google. They put out a release, and you guys can figure it out yourselves. And how
Google, you guys, everything's going to be turned around. Everything. We're going to be able to hit the search bar and find out the truth from Google. I'm telling you, Trump has them all by their balls. The CDC, all of them.
that got out, and I'm sure you'll apologize, but it would be great if we could really give the news correctly. It would be so wonderful. I just had a phone call with very impressive people, the biggest in the world of stores and groceries and all. And
listen to this.
I'll give you the names. Dave Clark, Whole Foods. Mark Clow, CEO of Campbell Soup Company. Brian Cornell, CEO of Target. Randy Edeker, Chairman and CEO, President of Hy-Vee. Jeff Hamerning, CEO of General Mills, great company. Kevin Burakan, President and CEO of Cisco. Craig Jelinek, CEO of Costco. Todd Jones, CEO of Publix Supermarkets. Donnie King, Tyson Foods. David McLennan, Chairman and CEO of Cargill. Rodney McMullen, CEO, Chairman of Kroger, big company. Doug McMillan, CEO of Walmart. He's been fantastic. Doug was here, as you know, on Friday.
Yeah, Walmart was bad. All these people, these corporations, bad, 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 bad. Target, all of them. Trump got them by the balls. Now. By the balls!
And he watched the market go up 2,000 points. One Friday, it went up 2,000, almost 2,000 points. Todd Vaso, CEO of Dollar General Corporation. And Vivek Sankaran, President and CEO of Albertsons. So these are all phenomenal companies. These are great companies. We had a long conversation with them. And
very long conversation.
And they've They're going to work 24 hours round the clock, keeping their stores stocked. I would like to say that people shouldn't go out and buy. We're going to all be great. We're going to be so good. We're going to do what's happened with the Fed is phenomenal news. What's happening with all of these incredible companies is phenomenal news. But you don't have to.
Did you hear what he said, guys? He said we're all going to be great.
But we're going to all be great. We're going to be so good. We're going to do what's happened with the Fed is phenomenal news. What's happening with all of these incredible companies is phenomenal news. But you don't have to buy so much. Take it easy. Just relax.
Just relax. Just relax.
People are going in and they're buying more. I remember, I guess during the conversation, Doug of Walmart said that they're buying more than they buy at Christmas. Relax. We're doing great.
We're doing great. He's trying to let you guys know that everything's fine. Seriously, if you guys knew what I know, you would be able to see what he's doing and understand it. That's why I'm trying to explain it to you guys.
It all will pass.
See? It all will pass.
I guess during the conversation, Doug of Walmart said that they're buying more than they buy at Christmas. Relax. We're doing great. It all will pass. The folks that we spoke to, they've done a fantastic job. They're going to meet the needs of the public. They're going round the clock if they have to, and they're committed to the communities where they're serving and which they serve so beautifully and have for a long time. And
the stores are going to stay
a lot
open.
of additional things to sell, but again, they actually have asked me to say, could you buy a little bit less, please? I thought I'd never hear that from a retailer. All of them are working hand in hand with the federal government as well as the state and local leaders to ensure food and essentials are constantly available, and they'll do it. There's no shortages. We have no shortages other than people are buying anywhere from 3 to 5 times what they would normally buy. It's going to be there for a long time. We're doing numbers, and there's a pent-up demand that's incredible. When this passes, when this goes through, you're going to see numbers, I predict. I guess I'm allowed to predict just like Wall Street people are allowed to predict, and they're pretty much in agreement. You're going to see there's a pent-up demand like a lot of people, including me, haven't seen before. People are going in and they're buying more. I remember, I guess during the conversation, Doug of Walmart said that they're buying more than they buy at Christmas. Relax. We're doing great. It all will pass. The folks that we spoke to, they've done a fantastic job. They're going to meet the needs of the public. They're going round the clock if they have to, and they're committed to the communities where they're serving and which they serve so beautifully and have for a long time. And they're buying a lot of additional things to sell. But again, they actually have asked me to say, could you buy a little bit less, please? I thought I'd never hear that from a retailer. All of them are working hand in hand with the federal government as well as the state and local leaders to ensure food and essentials are constantly available, and they'll do it. There's no shortages. We have no shortages other than people are buying anywhere from 3 to 5 times what they would normally buy. It's going to be there for a long time. We're doing numbers, and there's a pent-up demand that's incredible. When this passes, when this goes through, you're going to see numbers, I predict. I guess I'm allowed to predict just like Wall Street people are allowed to predict, and they're pretty much in agreement. You're going to see there's a pent-up demand like a lot of people, including me, haven't seen before. But this has to get through. They know they're getting through the crisis.
But this has to get through. In other words, he has to do this. We have to gather up these pedophiles, criminals, and murderers. Then the reset begins.
This and will require an all of America approach, and that's very important. They're committed to remaining open during this crisis, totally open. They have to stay open.
See? He says they have to stay open.
Those stores have to stay open. They supply our country. Our supply chains in America are the most powerful in the world, and they're all working very hard. They're working around the clock, and the stores are stocking up at a level that's beyond Christmas time. And it's great. It was very reassuring speaking to these people. They have it totally in hand. There's no need for anybody in the country to hoard essential food supplies. They said to me, could you please tell them, just go and buy, enjoy it, have a nice dinner, relax, because there's plenty, but you don't have.
Do you see what I mean, you guys?
There's plenty, but you don't have to buy the quantities because it's hard to refill the stores on a basis as rapid as they're refilling them. And we're doing, I think, really, really well. A lot of good things are going to happen. I want to thank all of the people standing behind me.
You know, I started this a long time ago. I knew this was going to happen. I told people Federal Reserve's going to be taken down. The Vatican's going to be taken down. In Italy, the streets are completely closed down. And you know what? People on their balconies are celebrating. And they're all pulling accordions and guitars, and they're all singing and rejoicing, and it's echoing the streets. You know why? Because even though they have to stay in their homes, they know what's going down. They know that the Vatican is completely being taken down. They know what's been going on in the Vatican. The raping of children, the sacrificing, the organ harvesting. I mean, it's horrible. And they know that their reign of terror is coming to an end. That's why they're celebrating. I shared a video the other day showing it. You guys, this is happening on a global scale. This Syria is going to be for the United States. Just Syria is going to be global. As a matter of fact, in other countries, they've already started their financial thing. Hong Kong, they're handing out people thousands of dollars with no strings attached. It's all starting, you guys. You think I'm crazy? I'm not crazy. It's all happening. And it's all because of prayer. And don't you think for a second that the mainstream media is going to get away with what they've been doing. Lying. Oh, gosh. You know, their lies took people's lives. Their lies took people's lives. And they're going to be rounded up too. Anybody who's directly or indirectly involved in human trafficking, corruption, money laundering, gun running, murder. I mean, Trump left nobody out. He signed an executive order the day he stepped into office. Go on whitehouse.gov and read it. But you better have some coffee and some cigarettes because it's going to take you a while to read it. I've been saying this. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. I will keep you informed. I'm getting burnt out, but every time I get burnt out, I look at this man's face. I look at this man's face. You think he ain't fucking tired? You think he's not tired? And he's doing this for free. You know who he's doing it for? For us. He's answered the call of God. And he said, yup, count me in. I'm in like Flint. So, all you Trump haters, oh boy, you guys could be eating crow, you motherfuckers. Excuse my French, but y'all gonna be eating crow. You know what I'm saying?